Alright, ladies and gents, how's it going? I'm Metis. Welcome back to our GOCL quarterfinal matchup between Gamers2 and Flipside. Hope you guys are doing awesome. Brought to you by G2A, SteelSeries, and Twitch. Thank you to all those awesome companies for making this possible. It's map number 2, and I need to quickly sort out that score so people stop spamming what the score is. Boom, there you go. Top right of the screen. We are going to be live for the knife. If you just joined us, it was 16-12 to Flipside on Cash, which was Gamers2 choice of map. I know, dude. I know you want to hear Pantera. Me too. But we've got to go into the game. We've got to go into the game. We'll let it being a bit of a scumbag, letting the rest of his team fight and die while he just chills out at the top. It's like a king of a castle, watching all the peasants kill each other. He finally decides to join the fight. And let's see if it ends up being a good thing. There we go. He takes the first one down and the second. So, hey, you know, maybe saving the best for last. Oh, Spiro, please. Oh, Spiro, please. Have my babies. There's the knife round won by Gamers2. It's their second consecutive knife round win in a row. Last time they won, they elected to go CT side. I'd be expecting the same here. But last time it didn't quite work for them. Now, guys, is the performance better on stream now than it was before? I'm hoping it is. It should be. Yeah, I'm pretty weird. Sebby boy. I'm pretty weird. This is also my personal stream for those of you that are asking, like, why you've never seen this stream before. This is typically where I play games with viewers and just chill out and stuff like that. But I also do cast here from time to time, like today. And the quality's better. Awesome. Great to hear. I apologise it took me a map to fix that, guys, but while streaming and casting and all that stuff, it's quite a load on your mind. Anyway, Gamers2 on the CT side, going to be looking to get some rounds on the board here and make amends for that previous mishap, but Cobblestone is a map that Flipside can certainly rack up the rounds, and very quickly, even on the T side of things as well. They pick up the first kill. Manise has been dropped. First map was 16-12, for those of you asking in chat. Flipside put in a bit of a clinical performance in the form of Simple. That man was on fire, finished with over 30 frags. But his team are now up against it, being pushed. Simple and Bondic both get themselves headshots. And Simple with the CZ. That's a bit of an orthodox showing from him, but he makes it work, and now it's a 3-on-1. Mao's 44 HP to his name. And he's just been headshotted, so rip. 2 Gamers2. Flipside pick up the pistol round, and that's going to put them in good stead here. So they're going to take an AK-47 on Simple. The rest of the team seemingly like they're going to pick up SMGs. That's 3, make that 4 MP7s. 4 spy up from Gamers2. You see this a hell of a lot from them. I think every round I've seen from pistol, and they lose, they 4 spy, whether it's on T or CT side. That has become pretty much the meta in Counter-Strike, but Gamers2 definitely favour that approach. And on CT side, it does make a lot of sense. If you can get that scout or one of the pistols working for you, you can definitely pull off crazy things. We'll let it though with the frag through the smoke onto Manise. Willow boy, I think you need a hug, bro. I'll give you a hug. We can hug it out. We can hug it out. I believe in that. Either way, you can see the CTs with this force bite. They're stacking on B. Unbeknownst to them, though, the Ts are pushing A. And they're pushing aggressively and very quickly. They're getting lots of information. They're clearing this one out like a well-oiled machine. Innocent now up on platform with the MP7 ringing out. Probably calling to the rest of his team. He's seen 2 players, but the CTs are still extremely slow to react to this one. Surely they know what's about to come. Nobody's moving. And B will be planted. So maybe opting for the retake, but... huh? Right, they're just going to save. Okay, fair enough. I was like, guys, are we playing musical statues here? And they're going for the save, and well, you can see how well that's working out for them. It's nice from Innocent. He gets himself 2, but there's the return frag from Bondic. Miyu, last remaining player, and he's snaking his way through sewer up to long 8, and then maybe for an exit frag. But no, the bomb's going to detonate, and the T's are on B. Cash was won by Flipside. If you look to the top right of the screen, guys, you can see like the 1-0 there. I didn't want to make it too big, so it got in the way of things, but yeah, you can see there. $16-12 was the scoreline. So, full eco from Gamers2, as expected from them. And again, they're going to be stacking on B. It seems at Flipside, they know exactly what to expect, and they're just rushing straight to A site once again. And it's almost an identical setup as well. I'm getting deja vu here that like World Edit and Bondic rush in first, check every corner, find out that it's free, and then just go for the plant. This time around, though, there's no point in Gamers2 trying to save. It's just pistols, P250s. They only cost $300, and they are going to be going up against the weaponry of Flipside. They've got themselves a couple kills. This isn't a terrible round. They can pick themselves up a couple more. And they do get one more. And Markolov down to 43. Pretzels. That was 10 out of 10. Fantastic pronunciation. I apologise for butchering your name. I should put a giant 0-1 in the middle of the screen. Then people would stop asking, but then they'd probably want to try and murder me for ruining the game. So I think I'll get people asking rather than trying to kill me, if that's cool with you. I like the idea, though. I like it. Can you call me Joe Miller? I mean, Joe's a fantastic caster, but I'd rather not, because then everyone's just going to think I'm Joe. Joe's a much better caster than I am, but I appreciate the kind words. Flipside through onto Long once again, but this time it's not going to be a full stack. They realise that the force buy is in from Gamers2, the full buy I should say. There's nothing forced about it. You're expecting them to buy up on the third round after an eco. Molotov from Jump drop zone is going to force Innocent away. Wasn't fantastic Molotov though. They wanted that to go a tiny bit deeper. And maybe force him out of the drop zone itself. However, having said that, it doesn't matter when Bodic just rushes in like a madman and gets the frag. And Gamers2 are returning some fire here with 2 quick fire frags of their own, but is it going to be enough for them to hold off this B push? Oh, that's definitely going to help matters as well. Let it drills Blade in the back of the head with the AWP. That is not going to help matters at all. World Edit wants to save this AWP. No, he doesn't. He wants to rush in and die. Okay, then that just happened. What do I know? Scrubcaster. I don't always AWP my teammate in the back of the head, but when I do, I run out and die afterwards. I'm just kidding, World Edit's a sick player. Relax, guys, relax. We're just having a bit of fun. 3 pistols with Kevlar on the side of Flipside. That includes a P250, a Tech 9, and a couple of AK-47s. But they're against an AWP, which they must know is been picked up from Minis. So I'd half like to see them just eco this round. Like, I know where they're coming from. It's a case where Gamers2 have low economy and they want to just completely break the economy of them by like getting this round. The 3 rounds is already a really good start for them. But that being said, Bondic has just done exactly the same as last time. He just rushes down drop zone and catches Innocent. It just seems in no man's land. He seems like he's caught in a daydream. And he gets a second kill as well. So this is just huge from Flipside. There's me saying their buy wasn't fantastic. They're against the North. I'd like to see them save, but they're just completely shutting that down and picking up this round comfortably. There's Maniz with 1, but he gets dropped from behind and, well, Gamers2 are now absolutely devastated for economy. That is an economic downturn if ever I've seen one. P250 on Mihu. He can afford to buy smoke and flash, but they're going to be forcing this one up, so they're trying to return the favour to Flipside. But this early CT performance has been real lackluster. The drop zone, in particular, is a huge gaping vulnerability that Gamers2 have to try and fill in. Innocent, I don't want to single him out because Bondic has landed a couple of really nice shots, but that shouldn't happen twice in a row. Mihu's been caught trying to push, understand that idea because he wants to try and get some information. He's on eco, on a force buy. But considering that Flipside just beat Gamers2 on cash, Gamers2 needed a much, much better start here on CT side. And it's simple with another kill. Maniz does have himself an AK-47. That's a slight saving grace. P250 headshot from Malzinho. Onto Simple as well, but there's Blade off from Chicken Coop. with surgical precision. With the headshot, Bondic should pick up this one onto Miniz. There we go. And now it's all on Mouse, who wants to save this and run away. And he will be able to do just that. Ooh, Sepp Blatter resigned from FIFA. Yes, boys. There we go. That's good news. I'm actually happy about that. Is this the first game? I'd like to draw your attention to the top right of the screen. That big 1-0 scoreline, bro. Not to be gotta watch my words here, a douche, but yeah. It is a CT-sided map, I would say. Cobblestone is. It's had a lot of like changes and it's gone up and down, but I still say that CT side is the favourable side, and Gamers2, I mean, they won the knife round, they elected to go CT side, and they're now getting smashed. And because they force-bought the last round with Kevlar pistols, they're now back on an economy round with Mazinho's M4. So this should be 6-1. We did see on Cash that there's lots of streaks. That's the nature of Counter-Strike. That's definitely the nature of Cobblestone as well. But Flipside, they're pretty much pushing wherever they want. This could be a misplay from Bondic. Should have had that kill earlier, although it was through smoke. Gamers2 holding fast for now. On this eco, they picked themselves up another AK-47, so it's looking good. But 2 AWPs on the side of Flipside. This would be a pretty huge round, economically speaking, for them to lose. World Edit looking into drop zone. 50 seconds on the timer. They pretty much telegraphed this is a B push. The question is, can the pistols hold up to the AK-47s? And the answer so far seems to be a resounding no. It's back to a 3-on-3. Meniz with a peek, gets the bomb down. That's massive. And there is Mouse as well with the 5-7 to get his double. Huge plays from Gamers2, and just at the right moment. Wait, what did you want me to say? I love your accent. Can you please say, pardon me, sir gangster, your trousers are descending. There you go. I don't know if that means something. Tech 9s, 2 of them, because of the double AWP pickup. I don't bet. I have betted a couple times, never games that I've casted on though. But I haven't bet in like 3 or 4 months at least, maybe more than that. Ah, I understand. Cool. Got him. There's Sparrow with the opening frag. On to World Edit. And that is going to do Gamers2 the world of good. They have lost the return kill. Meniz, though, answering the fall of his teammate. I shouldn't have said that because I just opened the floodgates. And speaking of which, A could have just been secured for Gamers2. Meniz is going to get another one. He was one of the standout players on Cash, especially on the CT side. They're hoping that he's going to stand up tall, and there we go for a second frag there. Is he going to get the AWP from mid? I believe there was an AWP drop, but he didn't quite manage to pick it up. And they are going to buy one anyway. Why did I stop betting? Because, for one, I have no money. And 2, I'm awful at it. I have, like, these weird moments of stupidity where I'm like, that team has 2% win rate. That means if I bet big, I get loads of money back, right? Even though they're at 2% for a reason, and I lose all my skins. So, yeah. That's why. I cry every time. Markelov and Blade both been tagged up from that grenade. And this is good from Gamers2. This is just what they needed. It's important to get that ship stabilized, and if they can pick up 9-10 rounds, that's a big ask from this point. That's 6-7 rounds in a row. It's not impossible on Cobblestone CT side, and that would put them back into a good position now. Simple and beautiful 1 league, but Mouse is there to return the favour. What's up, Strekholz? I know that was terrible. Alrighty, so flip side, they do rummage together in the back pocket, and they do manage to get a full buy up in effect. There's no grenades on Simple, and just a scout for him. Let's see where they're shaping up here. Simple's going to be peeking aggressively onto long. Unbeknownst to him, Mihu is there, who just crosses that through the smoke, doesn't get tagged for his troubles. And he's going to return some fire and only tags him for 1. Bondic down to 89. There is Sparrow with the AWP and makes it work for him. Gamers2 now, it's like they've found their footing. You're seeing that Innocent is rotated pretty much out of drop zone at points, and then when he is there, Mouse is a lot of the time kind of filling in. I like this from him because it wasn't working for Innocent, and that's not necessarily saying that he's a trash player or that he's been playing bad. It's just sometimes mixing things up really does work. Adapting to your enemy is a key part of strategic play in Counter-Strike. You can't just do the same thing. You can't be wooden in the way you approach it. Innocent was getting picked off a lot from Bondic, who has kept dropping down. They've got smokes now to stop that push, to counter it. And now they're stacking 2 players there instead of just the 1. I like this from Gamers2. It's looking good for them, and they are getting the rounds to back that up. They've lost Innocent, who is the sole player on A, but he bought up enough time for the rest of his team to get into close enough proximity. There's the crossfire. Down, Simple! Ooh, he did flick up to Mouse there, and I thought just for a split second he had the double in the bag, which would have brought it to a 1-on-1. Can't be wooden like the caster's rank. Dude, I'm supreme rank. I've been to Germany a couple of times. I really liked it. Yeah, the food's awesome there. Is that it? Trying to trade off with Sparrow, who misses that first shot. Gets the second time of asking. I like that from Will Let It though. The hunger was there. He knew he tagged up Sparrow. And if Sparrow misses that second shot, he's a dead man. And on Eco, why not go for broke? It's worth the super aggressive plays. It didn't pay off this time, but Sparrow's now low, and if he ends up being in the kind of 2v2 scenario, he's going to be super weakened as a result. Markelov, though, does get the headshot while I'm speaking. On to Maniz. Nice shot from Markelov. 2 on 3. Innocent gets the frag, but you're expecting this from Gamers2, and Flipside have made this a lot more difficult than I think they're expecting. They get 2 frags on an eco. Not the end of the world. They're going to be able to buy up this round. They've got lots of money to play with. So let's have a look who the top fraggers are. Mouse on 13 for 4. Bondic 10 for 7. And the rest of Gamers2 are fairly even across the board. Am I going to be casting after this? Yes, I will. Casting? No, that's the wrong word altogether. Streaming is the one I was looking for. You'd think that being able to speak English would be a prerequisite for casting in English. Apparently not. Not on my watch. Flashes and Smoke's going to be blocking off long. And it seems that Flipside, I don't want to say that they're out of ideas, but the T-side's definitely starting to falter off. It's starting to get a bit derailed. The Juggernaut was looking so scary. And Gamers2, I mean, look at this. They were 5-1 behind at one stage. They've won 5 back-to-back rounds, including 0 bomb plants as well. They've been locking and shutting down these sites. So for all the issues they were having in the first few rounds, they have rectified those. They've remedied them. But there is Bondic again, the power play, as I mentioned, dropping down and getting kills. And it's Innocent, Mihu, and Mouse who feel the force. And so much of their T side seems to be based around Bondic's entry fragging. In drop zone. He gets himself 3. It's a clear-cut round for Flipside. And that was simply massive. But because of all the rounds that Gamers2 have accrued, easy rebuy in for them. They need to win this round, though. 9-6 would be an alright scoreline for them, I'd say, after the start they had. 8-7, not so much. Man, water's amazing. Who's my favourite team? I don't have one. I've got like players I like to watch, but I'm as unbiased as possible. I just really love Counter-Strike. I want to see good CSGO. Huge individual plays, awesome strats, that kind of stuff. I don't have a favourite team. Sparrow and World Edit are about to come head-to-head, and it's the M4 that reigns over the AWP. Although World Edit did miss a shot with the AWP, so had that have connected, it would have been a completely different story, and that's a huge start for Gamers2. I'd say any rounds from this point on are just bonus ones for Flipside. Water. It's because I'm English, mate. But there's Bondic again. This time, he's just lurking around long. He really, I don't think he's got like the best Oh, he does have the best score on their team. I was about to say, I'm not sure if he has the best score, but he's definitely been the standout player for me. So I'm 14 for 7. Maniz needs to be careful. Pushing through that smoke could mean his doom, but he does get the kill as Simple switches across to the bomb. There's Blade dropping down on top of Mouse. A 3-on-3. Judging from the positions, I feel like the CT should have this one in the bag, but now it's Maniz that's firing out. There's 2, looking for a 3rd. Mihu from behind. Only 10 seconds left on the timer, and Bondik will get dropped. So Sparrow's opening pick does convert into a round. World Edit's going to need to get dropped from somebody. There we go, AK-47 across to him. You can see their economy is far from ideal, so if they lost this round, they'd probably be on a force buy for the final of the half. So this is almost a 2-pointer, a 2-rounder, if you will, from Gamers2. Teams really just trying to feel each other out. See if there are any chinks in the armor of the opposition. That's what Flipside were doing so well in the first, say, 10... Well, not 10 rounds, but 8 rounds, I would probably call. Since then, Gamers2 have done a much better job of covering them over, putting the band-aid on them. Here's Sparrow spraying across from drop zone. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Now Marklov gets a 2nd. And again, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but it really has been drop zone that's been the gaping weakness for Gamers2. And credit to Flipside for exploiting it. They've applied a lot of pressure. Marklov now... He's already picked up 3. He's looking for a 4th. Simple gets the kill. And now Mihu, with the M4 frag onto Markolov, has it all to do. Does he even want to go for this? Their economy is not so good that he can afford to just throw caution to the wind and try and clutch this round, because you can see there they've got like 1,000 on 3 players. So they may be thinking about the long game, but he gets caught without doing anything there. And it's 7-7, and Gamers2, they're going to be able to get a couple weapons, but their economy's not great. They've got a Mag 7, they've got a CZ, Innocent's only got 2k, and this is why I'd have liked to have seen Mihu save that weapon. If Mihu saves there, he can drop the M4 across, and they can get an extra assault rifle on the battlefield, which would have been massive. And how likely was it that he'd get a 3-man clutch from that position? It's very, very unlikely. Well, they've got to put that in the past and move forward to the future, and it doesn't seem to matter because there is Mouse with the frag and the M4 pushing aggressively through long, catching Blade off guard. Flipside, 3 players strong, pushing through mid. That's a lovely AWP shot from World Edit. He has been pretty much on point in this game. Sparrow with the Mag 7 just literally locking down onto drop zone, but it's action across the board that's doing the damage, and it's Bondik running out of long A, getting the frag onto Maniz, and now the playmaker could very well be that man Mihu is looking at the back of the site. He's going to peek and he gets a quick fire double. It's such a strong position, but it's a gimmicky spot. You can't go there too often. And it pays out for him, and now he's looking for more blood. But that peek may have cost his team huge, because Sparrow's only got a Mag 7, and that's not good at range at all. And his teammate of Mao's just fell next to him. Sparrow with 4 HP and a Mag 7. No grenades, and he's been picked off from Flipside. Take 8-7 going through to CT side. That is massive for them. And that is a carbon copy of the first half of Cash. And it finished 16-12 to them. I don't know why Mihu went for that 3rd peak. I feel like if they just locked onto the site and forced the terrorists to come to them, the advantage was in their favour. Favourite hobby except from CSGO and casting matches? Music. I play drums and I play bass guitar. So yeah, music or movies. I'm pretty boring. I also stream a hell of a lot, that's fun. Either way, roles reversed. Flipside now on CT. Gamers2 on the T's. They desperately need this pistol round because Flipside will be definite favourites now after that first half performance to take this map home and take the 2-0 win in this quarter-final matchup. And look at this from Gamers2. They're coming out the gates fast. Innocent with 2. Mihu with 1. Markolov returns though. And this should be, and I use that word loosely because we've seen so many clutches from Flipside, so many 2v4s go in their favour, but this should be a round to Gamers2. All they have to do is get Crossfire set down, camped in corners like Maniz just did, and it should be theirs. Markelov, can you pick up any frags is the question. I'm not even going to ask can you clutch the round. Mihu with the close range, a Glock execution kill, and that's 8-8. I used to have a Tama drum set, but I had to sell it quite a while ago. I live near a studio though, so I play there. I've got like a crappy bass guitar. I've only been playing for about six months. So that is the first tick in the box for Gamers2, but there's so much more work to be done here. And the last thing that they need is to lose this buy-up round. This would put them in such a horrible place. It would probably put them on tilt to an extent as well. They've lost the first player. It's a forced buy from CTs. You're expecting this every day of the week, including 3 5.7s, P250, and a CZ. A smoke and a flashbang. No defuse kit. But the fact they got that first kill is massive for Flipside. It forces the terrorists to potentially play in a desperate way with about 20-30 seconds to go. That's the way Gamers2 have approached Cash. I wouldn't be too surprised if that's very much a similar scenario here as well. 3 have dropped down, and Bondic gets 1 and a second kill as well. He's looking for a third. It doesn't matter. Surely the damage has been done. Markelov there on long, playing the camper roll, gets the kill. Here comes Sparrow. Oh my goodness, he just got wrecked through the smoke, and he should have had that kill probably. And Flipside pick up the 9th round, and that's massive. That is simply huge. Gamers2 win the pistol round. It's 8-8. You're thinking, okay, get to 10-8 now. Get to 10-8 and you've got a chance. If you break the assault rifle by, you're in great shape then, Gamers2, and they lose it. 5-7 reigns supreme over AK-47. That is a denting blow in Gamers2's resurgence here. But they have dropped down once again. There's Bondic. Oh, he's just got the Galil. He's going to town. 3-man spray down. Mihu jumps out. 2 kills of his own. Maybe there is another chapter to be written. No, there isn't. He gets shut down in the face. And you can see there by the economy, Gamers2 still aren't out of the woods yet. They have to go for another one. So it's probably 11-8 right now in this game. Flipside on the 11-8 and a 1 map to 0 scoreline. They have themselves an AWP, an AK, a Galil, and a couple of M4s. They're in great shape with their weaponry. That's a nice grenade as well. Lands pretty much on the forehead of Mihu and Sparrow. Maniz, though, gets the first kill and the AWP. He's going to be pushing down. He will not expect Blade and gets the no-scope. Get Shrek's on. And that gives the terrorists a player advantage. And maybe, just maybe, it will be 10-9. And that, again, will give them a glimmer of hope. Bondic walks out there, gets a bit toasty. Decides it's a bit too warm out and decides to go back into his air-conditioned room. Maniz gets caught on the approach to A. And this is the problem. The meat grinder, in effect, the crossfire is locked down. And even though the early round brilliance from Maniz, Gamers2 still fall by the wayside. It will be a full AK buy-up now, though. Not fantastic grenades. Only the 1 Molotov, no HEs, couple of decoys. What a shot, though. What a no-scope. And Maniz has just like consistently been their go-to player, but you look at the scoreboard, everybody's around the same score. And it's really been Bondic that's been stepping up this game, and again, that's been purely down to his entry frags for the terrorists on that first half. The guy was running in alone, and he was picking up 2 or 3 players sometimes, which is just insane. And you trade out, Mazinho and Bondic both pick up frags, but Gamers to do anything. This is simple, gets his second knife of the game, goes for the no-scope, lands it on the second time of asking, and the 5-7. And this is rubbing wounds, salt, I should say, in the wounds of Gamers2. Oh my god, he just peeks round from the back, gets the knife right between the shoulder blades. What can you say? Gamers2 now are back on another eco. They're back on Tech 9s, they're back on a P250. And just hoping that somebody can step up huge and somehow claw this one to 12-10 kind of territory. From there, they'll have the foundations to build off. But the issue is that Gamers2 have been comprehensively outplayed on this T side. Flipside had a fantastic T performance, and now on CT they're looking to just rinse and repeat. Bondik's going to flash out there and get the free frag onto Mouse, who was totally flashed up, but Mihu from CT spawn is trying to make something happen here, and he's with the Tech 9, that's pretty nice from him, but he's going to get caught out from Simple, or is he? Yes, he will. Simple's down to 7 HP, Mihu's on 45. That bomb has been planted. It's pretty much whoever lands the next couple of shots wins this round. Well, the next one shot, really. So you can, to an extent, ignore the amount of health on both sides. Simple is going through around the back. He's going to be flashing over. Mihu just about turns at the right moment there, and he's going for this defuse. Mihu now is going to get caught out. No, he's not. The smoke's landed. Simple still looking towards truck. And he's not left himself enough time to defuse this site. Mihu playing Ring Around the Rosies, and it works off for him, pays off for him. Gamers2 win the round, but what a strange end to the round that was. I thought Simple was going to go for the cheeky, like, smoke defuse ninja tactic, but he just threw the smoke out and was like, oh, okay. What do I do now? That was so odd. Great timing play, though, from Mihu. Now Gamers2 have themselves another chance, another lifeline. They've not clutched at any of these just yet. Very few grenades on the side of Flipside and no defuse kits. There's a Molotov. It's not gone far enough, though, and that's... Well, then it just sprayed down 3 kills at as many milliseconds, and he's looking for a 4th, and he gets it as well. Oh, my word. No one checked the long. No one checked long corner. They thought the Molotov connected, so Will Let It would have to move, but it didn't go deep enough. So Will Let It just, like, navigated his way around and just held down the left click until there were no bullets left. Easy. Man. The flashbang as well. Has to be said, that flashbang was massive. For Flipside. Everyone was blinded. Will Let It again from identical position goes on to Mihu. And Gamers2, as I said, they get a lifeline and then it's just thrown away. And they end up losing the next round. So not only is that brutal for them in the sense that they're now 14-9 behind, but when they lost the 4 rounds and then they got a round back, that reset their round loss bonus. So it's like awesome. Now we can start to get some weapons on the board. Now we can start to mount a comeback, and then you lose the next round, and you're right back into eco territory. Didn't go deep enough, Kappa. Wow. Flashbangs through onto long. Gamers2 once again have themselves a buy-up round. But they're running out of chances now. This is pretty much last chance saloon. If they're to lose this, they'll be back on a forced buy. They'll probably include some Galils, maybe even upgraded pistols like Tech 9s, and a lack of smokes. So it's really do or die, sink or swim at this point. This for me is pretty much the match point. Sounds crazy, but I feel that's an accurate statement to make. And Gamers2 have picked up the first one. But how many times have I said that and they failed to convert the rounds? CT stacking 2 on either side. Bondik in drop zone. Markelov and Simple on A. Simple's just going to be lurking around with the AWP, trying to get a pick desperately. 3 players on long. 45 seconds. Markelov goes walkies. He gets punished. And this is one of the best opportunities that Gamers2 have had